Hi, writers. Welcome to Literary Essay Session 5, Finding Courage to Revise Your Thinking. So, do you have your drafts? Did you finish them? Do you still need to add like an ending on or something to the body paragraphs? Can you review where you've come in terms of a flash draft from yesterday? Pause this video really quickly and just do that. Gather what you need, make those decisions right now. Assess. Okay, so writers, hopefully you see where you have come, right? You have a draft and you're calling it a draft. It's your first step. And now the powerful work is going to begin. It's time to make your best work so far even better. So today, what I wanted to remind you was that literary essayists, like all writers, they begin by really using their reading skills and applying it to writing. Writers become readers after they complete their first draft, and they reread their draft thinking, how does this match with my internal checklist for instance, in argument essays? Or maybe you could be asking, can I follow my own thinking? Does it ring true? Is it cohesive? Right? And when they find any problems, right, they have the courage to actually think about changing it, fixing it, revising it, even if it means changing some of their original ideas. So today, I'm going to suggest that the first 10 minutes of your independent writing time is actually spent reading, using your best reading skills to make plans for what you'll do to improve this draft. So I'm going to show you something very familiar. So writers, here is a familiar checklist, right? You might have used it in the past, you might have used a different grade level, and that's fine also. For now, I have a 7th grade to be looking at, and I want you to see if you've actually illustrated what is in the checklist. So you want to become your own coach today with the checklist right next to you, like the best coaches of basketball or the best coaches of drumming or of singing, right? You want to be complimentary, right? So you want to be impressed with what you've included, but you also want to be tough on yourselves. So you're only going to be checking it off as a full yes if you've done it multiple times, right, throughout the essay. Starting to is an option, and the not yet, of course, is there. And that's going to help you goal set. So let's try this a little bit with a paragraph from my essay. So I have one right here that I'm going to try to just think through for the moment. Let me just read it out loud, and maybe you all can be thinking, because I'm not going to read the opening. I'm going to read a different paragraph. Maybe even be thinking about like my organization or my elaboration or even some craft moves, maybe even transitions. All right, keep that in mind. And I'll do a little bit of self-evaluating. Are you ready? Because Margot is so caught up in her own pain, she hurts others. Margot wants to go home, even though it costs thousands of dollars. That's a lot of money. The narrator says, in quotes, it would mean the loss of thousands of dollars to her family, end quotes. This shows that Margot is not thinking how much money it would cost to go home. Okay, well, I think I'm going to jump over to the part of right here, like about evidence, because I did include evidence, right? I even used a direct quote. You heard me on that one. So I have the textual evidence, like it actually says here. I included very kinds of evidence, such as facts or examples or definitions. I analyzed or explained reasons and evidence showing how they fit with my claims and built my argument. So I don't know that I did that. I don't know that it really fits with my claim and builds on my argument. Like I say, this shows, right? You heard me say that, but something, I don't know, it's not working. My claim, is that, it's when, what did I say was, you can't get over your pain. If you can't get over your pain, you end up hurting people. But now, like I'm talking about money. And her family might lose the money, and I never really explain why it would fit with my claim, right? So I think I could revise this. I could think about all that I know about explaining evidence, and then I could make it like clearly fit with my claim and try to make that quote even fit in better. I don't know. Or I could almost put a slash kind of right through it. I don't even know if that part fits. I mean, it's evidence, but not the most important evidence that fits with my claim, which is why I'm probably having trouble explaining it. So you know what? I think I'm just going to rewrite that paragraph. I don't know that it's working. I think I might try something completely different. So writers, where can you be starting to think about revision, right? Maybe you start asking things like, does my original work really do the job? Is it confusing? Am I doing what the checklist is asking me to do? So I'm going to think that your first step today is that you need to find some spots, right, to evaluate some spots. It might be the entire piece, it might be certain sections, but you want to have your checklist that matches, right, where your writing is right beside you. And I think it could be, that maybe you're even moving the order of the paragraphs. Maybe you're adding new parts that never even existed, maybe like I am. Maybe, the checklist plan has given you like a set of goals, right? All right. So as you get started on revision work today, either in the notebook or maybe in a different color on your Google Doc, you want to see how much you can revise, and you want to let the checklist be your coach for today. All right, off you go.